I have 4 o'clock. It's this Tuesday. What day do we have here? We're Tuesday the 27th. So we're looking, today we're going to do the agenda meeting where we will formally review the action items that will be formally addressed next Tuesday, February 3rd at 6 p.m. I know that we've all been dealing with some very challenging weather. We have a number of directors that are joining us via Zoom. Director Trustee, District 6 right here, Board Chambers, and myself.
Yes, sir.
I believe we have a number of people on Zoom. So we're going to begin. I'm going to
I
call
feel like I need
upon.
my bottle of water.
You got your water right over there?
It's frozen.
That's why I got my water.
Get mine.
So we'll call upon our city manager, Mr. Bill Burrow, to review those action items.
Thank you, Mayor, members of the board.
I don't see the City Hall.
You don't see us?
Is it live?
Can you
Yeah,
hear
hold
us
on just a
now?
sec. Let's see if we can get that on. Courtney's in there working on it.
Mike, can you hear us?
Are you
Yeah,
able
I
to,
think they're working on it. They're having trouble getting it turned on.
are you able to hear us?
Just a second.
In the board conference? Okay.
Karen, can you hear us?
We're going to pause for a few seconds and try to see if we can't get this Zoom
Zoom
up
feed.
for everybody.
Okay. That's fine. I'll take it and we'll notarize it.
Thank you. Does it matter just our camera and volume not on?
Karen, can you hear us?
Yes!
Hey, there you go. Good job. Okay, do we have other directors on? I think Director Dobbs Smith was on. Can we hear from you, Director Dobbs Smith?
Hello.
Okay, you got your water, right?
I did.
All right, very good. Director Holliday, or,
And I printed my agenda.
okay. Director Beard?
Hi, guys.
Who just responded?
Aaron, I'm here.
Okay, very good. Director Beard? Director Webb? Okay, well, they may join us. There's
There you
Director
go.
Webb.
Post them on
Okay.
there. They may be, she may be still on mute.
Well, we just saw a visual of Director Webb.
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes?
Okay.
Shall I proceed?
We'll go ahead. We're going to begin review of the action items. Bill, take us through.
Thank you, Mayor, members of the board. Your first item is consider resolution R 2619, a resolution awarding a term contract to Communication Business Services Incorporated for answering services for the Utilities Department, and our Utilities Director, Monty Ledbetter, will discuss the item. Monty?
All right, thank you, Bill. Yeah, we had sent out a request for proposals, and we received 13 of those back. And the rate and rank committee selected CBSI as the highest rated firm, and that will be, the terms of the contract will be 1 year with the option to renew for 4 years. 12 month extensions, 12 months extensions. So that is our recommendation, is that we stick with the same firm that we've been using for several years now, CBSI.
Very good. Any questions of Monty from board members?
Yeah, Mayor.
Director Trustee?
Monty, the dollar amount of that contract?
Yes, sir. It averages about $1,000 a month or so.
Okay, thank you.
Any additional questions? Hearing none, we'll move to the next item.
Thank you, Mayor. The next item is consider Resolution R2620, a resolution authorizing an interlocal agreement between Garland County, Arkansas, and the City of Hot Springs for certain information system services and for other purposes, and our IS Director, Jeff Winter, will discuss. Jeff?
Good afternoon. This is a continuation of the contract that we've had since 2009. Basically, it's a biannual contract that we've had with them. It covers 100% of the costs for our side to provide 3 employees for them, and then covers a portion of our salaries for myself and the assistant director's salaries to help offset some of that. We have regular meetings with them to discuss the performance of that contract throughout the year, and they have been happy with that service and want to continue it. So this is basically just a biannual renewal of that. Any questions?
Very good. Any questions for Jeff? Hearing none, we'll move on.
The next item is consider Resolution R2621, a resolution approving the purchase of a Caterpillar backhoe from J.A. Riggs Tractor Company, doing business as Riggs Cat Equipment pursuant to the Sourcewell Cooperative Purchasing Program. This is in the amount of $135,608.88. And Mayor, I will cover this item. This backhoe will replace a backhoe 7906, which is a 2000 model. It's 26 years old, and it's really beyond repair. And Fleet has suggested that we just replace that item. So this is coming to you to approve the purchase of a new Caterpillar backhoe for the transfer station.
Any questions of Bill?
Bill.
Director Trustee?
That's in the budget for this year?
Yes, sir.
Great, thank you.
It is part of the capital purchase replacement. So
Okay, great, thank you.
Mayor?
Yes.
Thank
Director
you.
Webb?
Yeah, Bill, you mentioned it was a 2000 model, so that's 26 years old. Does that mean that we were trying to get some use out of it in the last few years, or has it just been set up somewhere?
No, we've had that. It's been working in the transfer station, but they've had a lot of problems with it. And I think, from what I understand, it's beyond repair to continue to try to put parts and pieces on it. But it's the only one they have at the transfer station, so they've had to make it work.
Thank you.
Any additional questions? Thank you.
Next item is consider Resolution R2622, a resolution approving a change order to the lease agreement from Aircraft Rescue and Firefighting Vehicle, commonly known as the ARF unit, from Seddons Martin Emergency Group, and approving a budget amendment of $15,000. And our airport director, Don Rollett, will discuss the item. Don?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. In October, the board approved Ordinance 6552, authorizing a lease of an ARF vehicle while ours is in maintenance. Our vehicle is still in maintenance, and we've come to the end of that lease. So this resolution is requesting an extension of 2 months on that as we continue to work on our truck. The monthly cost is $7,500 per month, so it's a $15,000 expenditure, and we're hoping to have our truck back within 30 days.
Okay, so we did get a good report that we can anticipate 30 days?
The, Mayor, that was the last thing I heard from the company prior to, well, early last week. So prior to this stuff going on right now with the weather, not able to contact them right now to get an update today. But last I heard was they were anticipating 30 days.
Any additional questions of the board?
Yeah, Mayor.
Director Garcia?
Thank you, Mayor. With this extension, is there anticipated additional cost with the repairs themselves?
Not to my knowledge. They've been waiting on parts for our truck. And so that's put them behind in the repairs. And this lease is at the end, so we need to extend it for that 60 days.
Okay, thank you.
Director Webb, did you have a question?
Yes, Mayor, that was one of my questions, and the other is if we anticipated in 30 days, but we're approving a 60-day lease on it, if we get it back in 30, does that mean we would only cover the cost for the 30 days and get $7,500 back?
Yes, sir. Well, we would be going for the 60 days, and then when we get our truck back and we're ready to ship theirs back after we have it inspected, then we would be prorated charged for the time we had it.
Okay, good deal. Thank you.
Any additional questions? Hearing none, we'll move on.
Next is consider resolution R 2623, a resolution approving the purchase of clay valve brand equipment for the water distribution system from Instrument and Supply, Inc., pursuant to Arkansas Code annotated 1458-104. This is in the amount of $173,950, and our Assistant City Engineer Todd Pillar will discuss.
I just call myself a project manager.
Sorry about that, Mike. Our project manager Todd Pillar will discuss.
I'm just a project manager.
You're a good project manager, by the way.
I try to be. As a new water plant getting ready to come online, we had Christ Engineers review our hydraulic water model, and we found that there are several areas around Lake Hamilton that their pressures are going to go from 81 psi currently to 219. So this is the procurement only of the valves. There are two 6-inch pressure reducing valves. There are two 8-inch pressure reducing valves, and there's two 12-inch pressure reducing / pressure sustaining valves that need to be installed. And we have expedited the delivery, and they should be here in about 3 weeks. And Monty is working with staff to get all the ancillary equipment that needs to go with them. And the lump sum price is $173,949 and 34 cents, and that includes freight and tax.
Okay, any questions of Todd? Director Garcia?
Thank you, Mayor. Is this this is related to the our water project that is in the new water plant and new distribution lines?
It's not new distribution lines, it's the existing lines that we need to protect.
Protect after we go live?
Yeah, when you start a 500 horsepower pump and go the wrong direction, we need to have some pressure reducing valves.
Is this funded out of the water bonds or?
Bond money, yes ma'am.
It is out of the, but it wasn't a part of the original project.
No ma'am, it was not.
But we still have the funds to cover everything.
Right, yes ma'am, there's a COA in your packet.
Oh, okay. It'll be in our packet that we receive.
Yes ma'am.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Additional questions of Todd on this item, if any? Todd, are these what were you calling them, reducers or these valves? Are they
Pressure reducing valves.
pressure reducing valves?
Yeah.
Are they installed at the plant or somewhere?
No, they're in the distribution system along, actually Mount Carmel Road and down, Marion Anderson and so forth, where the low areas of the lake, where when we turn the new plant on, we're gonna reverse the flow and the pressures are gonna go way high. So we need to protect these people, from lines blowing out of the ground.
Yeah, so is it something that our staff is able to install, or do we need a contractor to install them?
I don't know what Monty Ledbetter is gonna do about that. I think he's gonna have staff do the smaller ones and maybe have in our, what do you call it?
Angel Supply Contractor.
Or our term contract with Coakley to do the big one.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Any additional questions? Thank you.
Next is consider resolution R 2624, a resolution authorizing a contract to Hanson Engineering LLC for professional engineering, design, and construction management services for the 2026 and the 2027 water line improvement projects. This is in the amount of $188,000. Again, Todd.
Thank you, Bill. Yeah, each year we upgrade certain water lines within the system, and this year we have decided to do the engineering for both 26 and 27. In 26, there'll be 4 streets that we're going to upgrade, and I had a list of those. Highland Park, Huntley, which is off of Malvern Avenue, Andover, and out in the county, Walkway Drive. And those our projected estimate of construction is $1,060,230. And our CIP funds that the board approved for 2026 is $1.5 million. So we have some cushion in there. And Hanson Engineering will provide all of the engineering, surveying, get Arkansas Health Department approval, prepare the bid documents, construction management, and the associated testing with those lines. And this, again, it comes out of the 26 approved CIP budget from water distribution from the board.
Now, I know that area around Walkway has really grown. Are we increasing the size of the line when we replace the existing?
Yes, sir, and we're also adding fire hydrants.
Very nice. And I guess, how do we communicate that to the county officials? Are they aware that we're going to be doing that work?
They will be once we get to that point.
Okay.
Yeah, this is just for the engineering
Design.
contract and once we get it designed, we get plans set, we'll send them to the judge.
All right.
Tony Bridges.
Any other questions, Director Garcia?
Thank you, Mayor. As Christ Engineers has been the overall manager engineering firm on our projects for water, did they bid on this? You know, we don't have the packet yet, so how do they fit into this with Hanson?
Like, where did Hanson come in from?
Hanson does our local small lines. Christ Engineers does our large transmission lines. There's a big difference between the engineering has to go in each one.
But do they work together? I mean,
They're totally two separate type projects.
Yeah.
Hanson has been our provider for some time. We do look at the SOQs for those, but they typically come in the highest rated. Part of that is their SOQ, the history, cost, those kind of things. I don't even know if Christ actually was rated for this particular project.
They did. The SOQs were Hanson, Christ Engineers, and Engineers Inc.
Right, thanks.
Those were the three engineering
I see it.
firms
I see it now.
that went through the rate and rank process.
Yeah, I know Hanson has been an engineer. I just want to make sure that as Chris has been viewed as our overall on all these big projects, that everything fits together and not working separate where something doesn't meet up like it should.
Right. Usually, like what this contract would be for is just your basic water line improvements that occur over time because of capacity, because of the number of residents that are using it, and so forth. So I obviously I wasn't part of the rate and rank, but I assume that came into play, that it wasn't one of our big projects. There's Gary that's going to give us some input. Thank you, Gary.
Go ahead, Gary.
Yes, I wanted to just add that when we designed those water line replacements in the CIP program, we are matching the size of the mains to the master plan for the water system that Christ has prepared. So we look to their master plan and their list of improvement projects to tell us how big that line should be. And then
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you. That's what I wanted to ensure. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
See, Gary's got a green wall behind him. Those green walls.
He's doing weather forecasting later.
He's got to reach his hand out to the side.
He ought to have a sheet of ice behind him.
Any additional questions of Todd? Hearing none, we'll move on to the next item.
Next item is consider resolution R2626, a resolution approving annual software and subscription services for Navigation Electronics, Inc. to support the 2026 GPS mapping services pursuant to Arkansas Code annotated 1458104 in the amount of $26,590. Did I skip one? Yeah. $592.80. We'll come back to that one.
There you go.
And Mike, I apologize. I didn't mean to demote you a minute ago, but this is our assistant city engineer, Mike Hill, will discuss the item. Mike.
Well, you can have two assistants. The city has used Trimble equipment and software since 2012 to support engineering and GIS mapping of new projects. And in 2024, its use was expanded to water and wastewater field teams to improve mapping accuracy of existing lines. More accurate maps reduce utility mismarks and infrastructure damage, helping to avoid emergency repairs, project delays, and increased overtime cost. To continue this work, the city must maintain the required software subscriptions. Navigation Electronics is the sole authorized Trimble provider in Arkansas, and staff is requesting approval to continue services through 2026 at a cost of $26,592.80.
Any questions of Mike on this? Hearing none, we'll move on. I know we're going to move back up the line one step.
Yep. Thank you, Mayor. This will be Resolution R2625, a resolution approving the purchase of traffic signal equipment from Temple Inc. pursuant to Arkansas Code 1458104. This in the amount of $138,514.13. And Public Works Director Ron Seavright will present the item. Ron.
Good afternoon. Staff will be upgrading 3 signalized intersections, Lakeside School and Malvern, Cornerstone and Central, and Grand Avenue and Broadway, which includes complete cabinets, camera detection systems, and cellular modems. And the purchase price, as he said, was $138,514.13.
Any questions of Ron? Director Garcia.
Does this include license plate reader ability?
No, ma'am. Those are purchased by the police department.
but will these these lights, have that? Or do they have a new?
No, ma'am. These are just camera detection systems that pick up the cars when they come to the intersection so it knows when to change.
Ron, what leads to these intersections being, I guess, improved or new equipment versus others?
We evaluate each intersection, and, you know, in order to coordinate them really properly, they have, some of the systems that are in the existing ones are so old that they won't even update. So we put total new equipment in them, controllers, and the camera systems, any place where we have loops. That way we don't have any problems with them getting milled up or replaced. But staff goes around and evaluates each intersection each year and then picks the worst 3 that need to be upgraded.
Very good. Thank you. Any additional questions? Director Garcia?
If it's based on age, I didn't think the Lakeside light was that old. What was it? Not a new light when it or?
Which one?
Lakeside.
Lakeside was it was the other one in what is that? This one's down by the school. It's not the new one that RDOT put in.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Any more questions for Ron?
Mayor?
Yes, Director Webb?
Thank you, Mayor. Mr. Ron, where was the intersection at Higdon and Bypass on that list? I've gotten a few calls on that over the past month or so.
That is in the works.
People being held up, you know, at the lights, or
Correct.
they going off at kind of awkward times. If it's low on the list, would it be possible to have somebody check out the timing on those lights too?
We're actually working on that right now. We're actually building a cabinet for that intersection because it's has so many phases and so many different cameras. That one's going to be a little bit tricky to program and get ready. Plus, we have to do some wiring that's kind of not matching what our programming is going to use. But it is in the works, and as soon as we can get on that one, that's our priority.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I can attest to the fact being there frequently, drivers continue to go through there after the lights turned red, and it delays traffic going through there.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Ron. Next item.
Next item is your first ordinance of the evening. It will be considered ordinance 02605, an ordinance waiving the requirements of competitive bidding and authorizing a contract for services with the Hot Springs Area Cultural Alliance for administration of the City of Hot Springs, Arkansas Public Art Program. This is in the amount of $25,000. And again, Mr. Seabright.
During 2025, the HSACA provided valuable professional leadership in support of the City of Hot Springs Public Art Program, assisted in the planning and expansion of permanent and temporary placement of public art pieces, expanded the opportunities for a wider variety of public art, examined sources of additional funding for art, and helped lay the groundwork for future public art master plan for the city. On February 3rd, Mary Zunick, the HSACA board member, is scheduled to provide a progress report covering the 2025 as well as the organization's 2026 proposal for continued administration of the public art program.
Any questions of Ron on this item? Director Trustee.
Thank you, Mayor. Ron, will we have, I guess, for lack of a better term, the uses that they expended the $25,000 for this past year, and what they're proposing to spend the $25,000 for this coming year?
Correct. She'll have that in her report.
That'll be in the report. Will it be in our packet, or?
Yes, it's in your, well, the report won't be in your packet, but the deliverables for next year and last year will be.
Okay.
And the policies.
I'm just curious what they did with the 25 and what they plan to do with the 25. Thank you.
Most of that, Director Trustee, is paid in salaries to some extent for those that are managing the program. They weren't purchasing art with that 25.
Right.
We do have a separate budget item for that.
Okay.
Any additional questions? Hearing none, we'll move on to the final item.
Yes, sir. Consider ordinance 02606, an ordinance authorizing an agreement with U.S. Bancorp Government Leasing and Finance Incorporated to provide short-term financing under Amendment Number 78 to the Arkansas Constitution for certain 2026 capital acquisitions, declaring an emergency and for other purposes. And our Finance Director, Karen Scott, will present the item. Karen?
Thank you. The city seeks to obtain financing for capital items approved in the 2026 budget in the total amount of $2,187,547. That is for $928,047 for vehicles, $327,500 for specialized equipment, and $932,000 for heavy equipment. The list of those vehicles and equipment is included in your board packet. And the purchases of those things will be brought to the board in future board meetings. During the 2026 budget process, these items were identified as being financed by borrowing funds rather than using current operating funds for the purchases. We sent out a request for financing proposals, and that was issued on December 31st, 2025, and we received 3 responses. The bids were evaluated, and U.S. Bancorp Government Leasing and Finance, Inc. has provided the most favorable proposal at 3.628%. For purposes of comparison, the rates on the 24 and 25 financing were 4.38% and 4.25% respectively. It would be in the city's best interest to declare this as an emergency so that funding could take place immediately in order to take advantage of the lender's offer to lock in the rate of 3.628%. The proposal submitted by U.S. Bancorp will also be in your packet. I did use 3.5% as the interest rate when I was projecting budget. However, we do have sufficient budget in the 2026 budget because the lender is we're only going to pay 1 interest payment in 2026 instead of 2. So we do have sufficient budget for this. Also, I have included in your packet a spreadsheet that shows all of the outstanding debt for the previous Amendment 78 borrowing and also the 2021 issue that was paid off in 2025. And I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Any questions for Ms. Scott?
No.
Hearing none?
Mayor, that completes the items for your next Tuesday's meeting.
Okay, I'll probably have one guest attend next week, maybe another one, but I'll provide those names if that's organized or scheduled. So next Tuesday, I think we'll probably have a better series of days at the next weekend and going into next week. So we'll be here, hopefully everybody in person at 6 p.m. on Tuesday, February 3rd, where we'll take formal action on these agenda items. So be safe, stay warm, and we'll see you next week. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.